Now I'm going to write a Java program in order to demonstrate about the loopings like I demonstrated to you before. And the first one is about the for loops demo, like this for loop. So I'm going to create a new Java project. This one, and I want to name this one is session number and 3 loops demo loops. Okay. And for these loops, I'm going to first one make a for loops. I'm going to declare int I. Then I'm going to make a for loop I equal to 0. If I smaller, as long as I smaller than 3, we're going to do the code. And each loop we're going to increase I by 1. Okay. For this kind of for loops, you can quickly, you can write the same like this, but you can quickly do this. Okay, you're going to make a for loop, then you press the tab key. Okay, so you're gonna do the for, then press the tab key, so it's gonna declare. So you can at the same time declare I here. Instead of declaring I first, then make a for loops, you can declare I here and then assign it. And right now, you'll see the rectangle here means it's blinking here means you are how to say now be able to change the I variable names, but in this case I'm not going to change I variable name. So I'm going to change, instead of 10 I'm going to press the tab key. Okay, again tab key to move back and forth. Okay, I'm going to press the tab key and change it. As long as it's smaller than 3, it's going to execute. Now I'm going to press enter. Okay, enter, then the code is gonna the cursor is gonna stay here for me to type the code. I'm going to display the values of I. Okay, display the values of I. So if you execute this one, you'll see the output is 0, 1, 2, as I already explained over there. Okay, as I already explained over there. So because it's smaller than 3, so it's 0, 1, 2. If it's equal to 3, it's already exit the loop. So after exiting this for loop, the values of I is 3. Okay, values of I is 3. That one is for the for loop. So this one we're going to demonstrate about for loops. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate to you about another looping things, which is the while loop. So we're going to declare another variable in x as a counter, and we start the x as 0, and as long as or while x is smaller than 3, sorry, while x is smaller than 3, okay, we're going to display x there. Okay, as long as x is smaller than 3, we're going to display x over there. One of these places, one is while loop demo. Okay, this one is the while loops demo. Okay, while loops demo. And in this case, similar. You start with x equal to 0, then 0 smaller than 3. You're going to display x, which is 0. You'll see from here. I was missing a very important line. Then if you come back again, x still 0, smaller than 3, it's display 0. Come back again, x smaller than 0, display 0. Come back again, okay. So on and so forth. And this one will be loop forever. This one will be loop forever, never stopped. So in this case, you have to make sure each loop you need to do some changes to the variable. Okay, must be changes. Something must be changes in order to affect the in order to change the values of this one. Okay, so if we execute this one first time, the x is equal to 0, then 0 smaller than 3, then you display x, you display 0. Okay, then you increase x there from 0 to 1, and you get back in here, 1 is smaller than 3, this one is true, so display 1. Then you increase this one, going to be 2. Then you get back to the loop, 2 is smaller than 3. Then you display here is 2. Okay, then you increase x equal to 3, and you get back to the for loop, 3 is smaller than 3. Okay, 3 smaller than 3 is not right, false, so we're going to finish the for loop. So this one is the same result as this one. So we're going to execute this one. You'll see the while loop will execute 0, 1, 2 here as well. Okay, 0, 1, 2 here as well. And we're going to demonstrate about as well do while loops. Okay, do while loops. So you're going to declare another one int a. Okay, and you will start with 0 as well. You're gonna do the code which is display a first. Okay, and while while a is smaller than 3, you're going to get back and do the code again. This one, there must be ended by the semicolons. Okay, while a is smaller than 3, you need to get back the for loop and do it again. But the important things here again is you have to remember to increase or change the variable I. So that's at some point the a smaller than 3 won't be evaluated at false. So that this one is going to finish the do while loops. Otherwise, it's going to be keep looping forever. Okay. Otherwise, let me just tell you, it's going to keep looping forever. See. Okay. So it's keep looping forever with 0 there. Okay. So you have to stop it here. And that one, because we forgot to increase a by 1 every loops. And for this one, let's say we start with a equal to 0, and you do first, you don't check any condition, you do first. Okay, you do first system.out print line, and you print 0 first. Then you increase a by 1 means a equal to 1, and 1 is smaller than 3, it's sure. So you get back to this one, you display 1, and then increase it into 2. 2 is smaller than 3, it's still true. So you get back to this one, you're going to display 2, and you increase it equal to 3, and you check it 3 smaller than 3 is not true, so you can finish the loop. So it will display also 0, 1, and 2. Okay, if you run it, you'll see it will also display 0, 1, and 2. That one is it. That is it about the 3 most frequently used loop statements. Okay? You can just change the condition, like if you change it to 10, so it's going to display from 0 up until 9, okay, because it's smaller than 10. Up until 9 means it's going to execute for how many times? 10 times, because we start counting from 0. And if you run this one, you'll see, our for loop now is start counting from 0 up until 9. Okay, so it is that simple. It is that simple about the for loops. Okay. Just to make sure, I already executed this one, but just to make sure, I'm going to just focus on one of this. Okay, and I'm going to run this loop for you by hand, just for you to understand. I'm going to change this one back to 3. Okay, and this one will display the result is 0, 1, 2, 5. But how do we have that result? We're going to explain using paint over here. Okay, as I already explained to you before. We're going to move this one down a little bit, and we're going to move this one down. Now, when you first run this program, it's going to execute the main method. And for this main method, first thing is you're going to display on the screen for loop. So on the screen, you're going to display, it is for loops. Okay, it's gonna display the for loops. Okay, and that for loops is, let's say this one is the output of the screen. For loops. Okay, then it's going to execute the for. First thing, you're going to run the initial statement first. Initialization, you're going to run the initial statement first. So this initial statement is only one, and this one you're going to declare a variable I, okay, inside memory, and you assign that variable I equal to 0 right now. The next steps, you're going to check whether the I is smaller than 3 or not. Okay, I smaller than 3 is evaluated to be true. Okay, and we was in here. It is evaluated to true. So if it is evaluated to true, then you're going to execute this statement. Executing this statement is display array, and I currently is 0, so you're going to have 0 as output here. Then when you get back to the loop, you are not get back to the initial statement. This one is to be executed once only. When you get back, you're going to get back to the increment statement. So I right now equal to 1 because you increase it by 1. Then you're going to check the condition again. This one is smaller than 3, and it is again evaluated to be true. If it's this one is evaluated to be true, you're going to execute this line, and executing this line, you're going to display on the screen 1. So this one is 1. Then when you get back to the for loop again, you get back to the increment statement, and this one is increase I equal to 2, and you're going to check the condition, it is smaller than 3. This one is evaluated to be true. Okay, that's why if it's evaluated to be true, this one will be executed. If it is executed, then it's going to display I. I is now true. So you're going to have 2 over here. Then it's going to get back to the for loop, and it's going to do the increments again. I equal to 3. Okay, and when I equal to 3, okay, it got to check the condition 3 smaller than 3 is evaluated at false. So if it is false, it finishes the loop. Okay, it finishes the loop. And when you finish this loop, the values of I is equal to 3. And it doesn't display anything. So your final result is for loop, then 0, 1, 2, as it is right now. So if you execute this one, you'll see the for loops, then 0, 1, 2, as it is. Okay. Let me undo this one. Undo this one, and I'm going to explain about the let me just change this one to 3. I'm going to explain about the while loop here. Okay, very similarly, you're going to run in the same way. Okay, you're going to run in the same way. I'm just going to do this, and I think for this one you're going to run it similarly. So I'm going to run these things. Okay, I'm going to run this thing. So we're going to first it's going to start with this line of code. So it's gonna while loop demo. So it's gonna display while loops demo on our screen on this page. While loops demo. Okay, then we're going to place it here. Okay, then it's going to declare int x equal to 0. So you're going to have x equal to 0 here. Then it's gonna check why x is smaller than 3. Why x is smaller than 3. Okay, in this case it's evaluated to true. If this one is true, it's gonna execute this statement. So it's gonna display the x values currently is 0. Then it's increase x values. After displaying its increase x values, and then x equal to 1. Then when it gets back to the while loop, it check the condition again, smaller than 3 again, and this one is again evaluated to be true. Then it's come to the while loop to execute it, and it's gonna display x currently is 1, so you're going to have 1 over here. Then it's comes back to the then it's increase x first, then x equal to 2, and it comes back to the while loops. It check the condition, it is smaller than 3, evaluated to be true. Then it comes to the inside of the loop and display x is equal to 2. Then you're going to increase x and x is equal to 3. Then when you come back to the while loop, it's going to check with the condition smaller than 3, and this one is evaluated to be false. If it is evaluated to be false, it's not going to execute this one, but it's going to continue with the while loop, means continue execute the one down there. So the result of the while loop demo is 0, 1, 2. That's why when you execute this one, you'll see the while loop demo, you'll see 0, 1, 2 correspondingly. Similarly, you can do the do while loops, okay, by hand to understand it. Okay, bye bye.